With Super Bowl 60 just underway, which Super Bowl from the past 5 years actually lived up to the hype? Was it the comeback, the blowout, or the one nobody saw coming? Today we're ranking the last 5 Super Bowls from worst to best, breaking them down. Coming in at number 5, Super Bowl 55 with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs just last season beating San Francisco in Super Bowl 54 and making a back-to-back Super Bowls, trying to win both of them, but ultimately came up short in a blowout versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, losing in horrible fashion 31-9, losing by Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This was the one time Tom Brady left the New England Patriots and made it all the way to the Super Bowl, his first time in Tampa Bay, and funny enough, they won it also in Tampa Bay, which was a first time in NFL history. Upcoming, we'll have another Super Bowl that also did the same exact thing right after this Super Bowl. One key factor to this game is that the Chiefs' offensive line was heavily depleted without Mitchell Schwartz and Eric Fisher. Without them, it was just Mahomes scrambling in the pocket, throwing sidearm, like that iconic moment that we all know from this Super Bowl. Coming in at number 4 is last year's Super Bowl, Super Bowl 59 at Caesars Superdome. This game was basically a carbon copy of our number 5 spot, which had the Eagles beating the Chiefs 40-22. But instead of the O-line being injured, it was more so of just how relentless that Eagles D-line was versus Patrick Mahomes. Vic Fangio, the Eagles defensive coordinator at the time, didn't pop up a single blitz, but still pressured Patrick Mahomes a lot and give, at the time, rookie Cooper DeJean a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. And one thing that these Philadelphia Eagles are known for is their tush push. Not only they ran it this game, they also ran it in another Super Bowl versus the Kansas City Chiefs as well. One reason why this Super Bowl is over Super Bowl 55 is that both teams combined it over 60 points this game. Coming in at number 3, Super Bowl 56, Rams 23, Bengals 20. Now, how the Bengals got here was super impressive. A comeback victory in the AFC Championship versus my Kansas City Chiefs. And come to think about it, the 2021 NFL playoffs are one of the more memorable playoffs, with Matthew Stafford and the Rams taking on Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And a quick shout out, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys click that like, subscribe, and share button. That would not only just help me out, but also help the channel grow as a whole. But going back to the game here, like I mentioned earlier, this was the second Super Bowl for the home team to actually have them play in their home original stadium right after Super Bowl 55, with the Rams doing it here in Super Bowl 56. One of the key moments in this game, the Rams defense featuring 2 guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famers in Aaron Donald and Von Miller, pressured Joe Burrow throughout the game, which was critical to their success and got the game-winning pressure sack. And coming in at number 2, we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers, a rematch of Super Bowl 54, but the end result was no different, with the Kansas City Chiefs winning it in overtime, with Mecole Hardman winning the game-winning reception from Patrick Mahomes. And keep in mind, Mahomes re-aggravated his high ankle sprain also in this game, just like Super Bowl 57, and still pulled out a victory for the Kansas City Chiefs. And this was Patrick Mahomes' best game, completing 34 of 46 passes for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns and only 1 interception, while also rushing for 66 total yards. Coming in at number 1 for me is Super Bowl 57, where the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs played at Arizona. Game score was 35-38. Did not go to overtime like the Chiefs-Niners did, but it was an absolute classic game. Both teams combined to make it over 70 points, which was super rare in the Super Bowl era. Patrick Mahomes was the Super Bowl MVP for this game, threw for 182 yards and 3 touchdowns despite re-aggravating his high ankle sprain to start off the second half. There was a comeback part with this. The Chiefs trailed 24-14 at halftime, but scored on all 4 of their second half possessions to take on the lead. Key plays, Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore. Who would have thought, am I right? Both caught touchdowns, and Nick Bolton recovered a fumble for a touchdown. Also, do not forget, Kadarius Toney had a epic career-leading Super Bowl punt return to give the Chiefs key scoring touchdown. Eagles performance, Jalen Hurts set a Super Bowl record for 3 rushing yards by a quarterback and tied a record with 4 total touchdowns, 3 rushing and 1 passing. The game was historic as it was the first Super Bowl to feature 2 starting black quarterbacks, and that being Mahomes and Hurts, and the first time brothers Travis and Jason Kelce both played against each other in the Super Bowl. But that's gonna have to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Make sure, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe for your boy. It helps out not just me, but the channel to grow as a whole. This is a community channel, and I'm so thankful that you guys are joining the channel for the long run. As always, it's your boy Nash, and I got a dash, and I'll see you in the next one.